The Jeezy and G divorce lawsuit. Jeannie Mai is becoming more and more messy, and although Jay claimed that Jeezy was touching her and endangering their infant Monaco, Jeezy has reacted by claiming that Jay is lying and that she was the one touching the kid. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. And at this time, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight the court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will come to light through the appropriate legal channels. Jeezy has even released receipts claiming that he is doing all of this because he refused to have a second baby with her. OMG, so remember when Jeezy said on Instagram that the allegations Jeannie made against him were not only false but also deeply unsettling, especially coming from someone he loved. Let's just say that Jeezy followed the legal procedures and that, based on what he told Jeannie when he informed her he wanted to file for divorce, she simply couldn't take it, mostly because she was anxious to have another kid with him. We weren't prepared for anything he revealed. Jeezy even goes as far as to allege that once he notified Jeannie that he'd already drafted up divorce docs in June 2023, threatening to file them if their marriage didn't improve, she went to IVF specialists to get that process going in hopes of conceiving that way. Of course, he is responding to Jeannie's court filing where she had accused Jeezy of multiple instances of attacks and neglect, including striking her with a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, pushing her downstairs, and leaving firearms unattended in their marital house that Monaco and his other daughter had access to. Specifically, she claimed that Monaco found a rifle in a zipped-up Louis Vuitton bag left on the dining room floor in 2023, and that Jez's younger daughter found his firearms in various locations in the kitchen. In addition to that issue of safety, Jay also said that Jeezy had been neglectful of properly supervising their daughter during his visitation time, including when he allegedly left her seemingly unattended to perform at the CMG Ganga Art Tour in November 2023. So Jeannie's allegations also included claims that Jeezy had explosive outbursts, excessive drinking, and DV issues. She even described a few instances, including a time in January 2022 when Jeezy allegedly struck her face with a closed fist after asking the driver to leave them alone in the car in Miami. Allegedly, Jeezy was calling her all sorts of nasty names and said, "I can't wait to divorce you when we get back." Jay also said in the court documents that she was held against her will inside of the vehicle while trying to escape Jeezy, and that the attack caused her a subconjunctival hemorrhage. In addition, Jeannie also said she reported another alleged incident that took place inside a car to their therapist. Then she said that 3 months later, in April 2022, Jeezy allegedly choked her from behind as she was ascending the stairs at the San Francisco Ritz-Carlton, and after that, Jeezy hurled insults at her and kept repeating, "I can do so much better than you." She even said that the incident caught the attention of the hotel security guards stationed in the lobby and that the security allegedly intervened and provided Jay protection after she repeatedly stated she felt unsafe. In another incident, Jay said that Jeezy allegedly injured her and himself after crashing a golf cart while he was drunk. And yet another incident that Jeannie described involved verbal attacks at the 39th Annual Atlanta Mayor's Masked Ball on December 17, 2022. According to Jai, what happened was that during the event, she went to the restroom with her girlfriend, and Jeezy allegedly became enraged because he did not know her whereabouts for 25 minutes. He allegedly reacted by abruptly demanding that the two leave the party, and once in the vehicle, Jeezy reportedly asked the driver to exit and began to berate her. She said she attempted to exit the car 2 times, and on the second attempt, Jeezy allegedly grabbed the neckline of her dress, tearing the dress and causing multiple 2 to 3 scratches across her right breast with his fingernails. Baby, it would be totally outrageous to make up such claims, but Jeezy is out here claiming that none of those things Jeezy was describing was true. In his response, Jeezy claimed that they were not only false but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone he loved well. In the Bombshell response that Jeezy dropped, he says that after he allegedly told Jai in June 2023 that he planned to file for divorce, Jai then contacted their same doctor about in vitro fertilization (IVF), But the process did not go on because it required permission from Jeezy. In the conversations that Jeezy attached as evidence, Jeannie shared screenshots of her ovulation calendar from the Flow app, and one of the messages read, "Well," began accusing him of outrageous things when he refused. His lawyer state in the filing that Jeezy had to contact the doctor directly in August 2023 to let her know that he would not be participating in the fertilization of any additional eggs with Gay. Now, the question the lawyers have is, if Jeezy was as bad as Jai claims, why would she want to have a second child with him? If Jeezy was so irresponsible and created such an unsafe home environment for the babies, why would G desperately want to have a second baby with him? Well, according to Jeezy's lawyers, the answer is because Jeezy has never been the person Jai is describing, and he is not irresponsible, honey. That's not all, cause elsewhere in the document, Jeezy alleges that Jai introduced strife and physical and emotional turmoil into their marriage, and he also said that she was used to doil men. Additionally, Jeezy said in court filings that G is the one whose blood runs hot, unstable, and plagued by anger management problems. It's hardly unexpected, however, given that Jay acknowledged that her blood boils easily.
I have a really hot temper. Not a lot of people know this, but it's just something in my family. I've seen it in my grandmother. Saw it in my grandfather, to my grandmother, to my mom, to my aunts, to me, right?
Additionally, as you are all aware, Jeezy filed for divorce, claiming that there was no chance of reconciliation and that the marriage was irretrievably broken. The documents that Jeezy first signed in June 2023 also showed that the ex-couples were living in a bona fide state of separation at the time. He also asked for a temporary court hearing to settle custody of Monaco, alleging that she was acting as a gatekeeper between them and their daughter. Jeezy claimed in the documents that Monaco had been temporarily living with Jeezy since he filed for divorce, but that she was keeping their daughter hidden from him. According to Jeezy, she was completely unaware of the divorce and was learning about it at the same time as the rest of us.
When I found out, at the same time as the rest of the world, that my marriage was ending in divorce, I was gutted. So yeah, today it's about picking up the pieces. It's about discovering me and being a mom to the best blessing in my life, my little girl.
However, based on Jeezy's response, it appears that she lied when she said she was completely unaware that he was going to file for divorce. Jeezy claimed that he had already informed her of his plans to file, and she only began making outrageous claims when he refused to have another child with her. In addition, Jeezy is requesting that the court step in to resolve the parenting situation because he says he hasn't seen his daughter much in 2024, and that this is because G hasn't followed the custody arrangement they came to during mediation last year. He says G has blocked his cell phone so he can't see Monaco on FaceTime, and he's asked that a hearing be held to work out the specifics of a temporary parenting plan while their divorce battle rages. He also claims that Jeannie is bothered by the fact that he owns firearms, despite the fact that he has owned several of them since they were children. I anticipate that things will only get worse from here since Jeezy and G are both committed to proving the other is lying. In addition to Jeezy accusing G of lying, others have also brought up his background. Tendencies similar to the incident report from when Jeezy and his son got into a fight in the bathroom, and he allegedly threw his son into the glass shower door, hitting his head. After that, Jeezy allegedly punched the son in the face, dragged him into the bathroom, and threw him on the bed. When Jeezy's son tried to flee, Jeezy's bodyguards stopped the stairway, allowing Jeezy to strangle him. I mean, come on, I don't sure what to make of this, but what do you think? Who do you think is lying between Jeezy and Jay? I'm curious to hear your opinions, so please share them in the comments section below. Do you really think that Jeannie would be so desperate to have another child with Jeezy given everything that she said about him? Or is Jeezy making this whole thing up about Jeannie and he really was aggressive during their marriage?